Welcome to episode 6 of Fourth and Three Dudes. Just wanted to go ahead and let everybody know we had a little bit of an audio issue with this one, but we hope everything will work out fine in the end. So thanks for being here and let's get it going. Well, welcome back for episode 6 of Fourth and Three Dudes. I'm Chris Namma, coming to you from here in lovely Peachtree Corners, and I've got a surprise guest with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Cord. I'm kind of in between.
Cord's like a location whore.
Yes.
Well, my key wouldn't work, but it's a good thing I got a hobo stick and a pocket full of dreams.
Oh, and Bernie, go ahead.
Down here in St. Mary's, it's sunny for a few days.
Nice. Yeah, no, we again our side gig. Well, not really our side gig because it's not a gig, but we brew beer as well. So Cord came over. He had to get the beer kegged up for an event he's helping with tomorrow. So we
Catholics.
Yep, for the Catholics. So don't hold that against us. But anyway, got that kegged up, and it was supposed to be an IPA, and it turned into a Frankenstein kind of beer, but it's going to be excellent. It actually tasted pretty good. But anyway, so
I'll drink it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drinking, what you drinking, Bernie?
Oh, segue.
I went back to the Makers and ginger ale.
There you go.
That's called a Macon. I forgot.
Bacon ginger. Well, I'm going with an Oktoberfest. Going with Monday night's Oktoberfest. Quite nice. Got it in an official Oktoberfest stein or glass or whatever.
Yours is darker than mine.
It is. Well, yours is a fest beer. This is a Marzen.
Yeah, and mine, like cellar temperature. It's only like 75 degrees.
Well, if you go into the cooler that's been sitting there since Saturday, that happens.
That's my favorite beer because it's free.
Free beer. Yes. All right. So.
Wait. Bernie, have you been to this studio?
Bananas?
Yes, he's got like egg crate insulation on the walls. There's a boom mic up here that you can't see. We got ring lights. He's got everything. Hair and makeup. Look at me.
I mean, he's closer to the lighting.
I was just going to say, it looks like you're on a little child seat.
I know. I keep trying to lower myself.
There we go. Listeners can't see this. Oh, there you go.
I'll
even out there.
He was going to get a phone book, but we don't.
They don't make them anymore.
They don't. I still remember the last phone book you had. We're not going to talk about that. Oh, that was kind of sketchy. But anyway. So we do have a game to kind of talk about. But in the infamous words of Charles Dickens, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But actually, it was the worst of times, the best of times, and then the worst of times again. For that game this weekend, or if it was a movie, you could probably call it The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So, Georgia versus Alabama. That game did not start off the way we wanted it to, but what are some of your quick thoughts, Bernie, about it?
Well, it's just execution. I think we came out with the right game plan. Yeah, we took our deep shots. It didn't work. But I thought we had the right game plan offensively. Defensively, I heard a lot of people say, why are we playing zone? Well, why are we going to turn 7 players at a minimum with their back to the most dynamic player in the nation? So I thought we didn't spy like we did in the SEC championship, but that didn't work. So we tried something different. And when we switched to the 3-3-5, we came back. And the offense didn't change anything. Alabama, they didn't change anything. They were ready to bury us, I think. And that was, we came back and got the players' credit, the coach's credit. It just it wasn't our night.
So they had 2 weeks for that game plan. What? Besides, I know Beck was obviously off in the first half. Why didn't it work out of the gates like Alabama's did?
Well, I think that was the key. He came out, he put 2 balls deep on point, and we missed one, and had to push off on the second one, and that was the right call. And then we could carry the head last. But it tributes to Bobo and also the coaches to get back focused, and he brought us back. It's not quite enough.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just one of those things you blink and you're down 28-0. I mean, it was their first 4 possessions. I mean, it's 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, and we're down 28-0. Yeah, I mean, again, I think if Arian Smith had pulled in that first ball, I think that could have changed a lot of things. I think giving the back and receivers a little bit more of the confidence that, again, to know we can move the ball against them and everything. But it's like when that ball fell, it's like it set everybody back for a second. And then it's like, okay, maybe we can't do this or whatever. But I mean, yeah, I mean,
He missed those balls.
yeah, I mean, he only missed 2 passes. He was targeted. I think what it was. He was targeted 12 times. I think I had it down here somewhere. He was targeted 8 times. He caught 6 of them. So I mean, that was one of the ones he missed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Arian had a great game. Had 132 yards. Had the touchdown. Again, unfortunately, he missed that one that I think set back a little bit. But it was the penalties too. I mean, we almost got off the field on that first drive with Alabama, but then we had a
37.
Yeah.
And held them, and then penalty, and it was the right call. We can't blame the refs. We don't blame ourselves, but the fact that we came back and actually took the lead, I can't fault the coaches, can't fault the players. So just happy that it didn't like us against FSU,
right,
or TCU. Yeah, because that's the way it was going for a while. You're right. 20-0.
4-0.
Yeah. I mean, again, Corbin's over here watching the game, but at that point, we're all looking at each other trying to figure out, like, okay, do we keep watching this game? Do we flip over and watch Penn State versus Illinois? Wasn't really.
Do we just go to bed?
Again, that's just calling it early night, but we did what real fans do, and we just started increasing our drinking levels. And then that actually seemed to help. But
It wasn't the halftime speech. It was us.
yes, it was us. We played. Again,
it was Cord mixing stuff, IPAs and stuff.
Oh man, Tropicali mixed with a little bit of
Willow was bartending.
Yep, Willow's bartending. Which Willow? Yeah, mixing the Beaver Dogs, the Treehouse kicked up Doghouse Stout or whatever, that with the Tropicalia. Apparently that started again, changing our fortunes.
You do that.
Okay. Well, we just got to warn our wives before we do that. If we're going to start off in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Because but yeah, again, the way that the Beck turned it on and the offense in general. Like you said, the defense too. Alabama had nothing. They didn't have anything they could do against us when we made that shift to that 3-3-5, like you're talking about. Kept everything in front of us, and again, did a much better job on the edge. Allen,
oh jeez,
right?
He was like playing like a man on a mission too. But everybody was doing a much better job of keeping the contain. They weren't getting around. Miller wasn't getting around the edges anymore. It was.
Well, that's the game plan to beat them. We meet them back in Atlanta.
Yeah, again, to potentially beat them 2 more times.
We know our game plan to beat them.
Yeah. Again, they're all going to come up with little wrinkles and try to deal with what was done over the course of that game. But it's got to be a testament to the players and everything and the coaches for the way they were able. Again, you like to hope they can make those adjustments a little bit quicker than we ended up doing. But
didn't we do this like 2 years ago and then Georgia won the national championship?
Yeah. Again, made the SEC championship and then turned around and did it. So, again, that's definitely what you're wanting to be able to try to do. So, anything else really good coming out of the game you want to talk about, Bernie, or do we just need to put that one to bed?
I think it just gave us a lot more to coach on and get ready for, and let's hope we kick the shit out of Auburn.
Yeah. All right, you said you had something else.
I don't know of any other. I don't even think Texas can give Alabama a 28-point spot of 28 points.
It's like, here you go.
Turn over the ball to them 4 times, and then have a pass in the end zone to tie it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Name one.
That was the thing too. Beck did I mean, potentially. I mean, if he put that ball a little bit higher, I mean, I think Bell it was Bell, right? In the end zone, the last
It's
one.
Colby Young.
Oh, it's Colby. It's Colby. Yeah. I mean, if it was a little bit higher, he would have had it. But I mean, flip side, that defensive back made an incredible play on that ball. I mean,
He did. It should have been a little more outside, but
yeah.
I mean, Colby could have made a bigger play for it, but the defensive back just had it.
I mean, he went all the way back across his body, came up with that thing. I mean, who was it?
Broke our hearts.
Yeah. I mean, because watching that on the replay, I mean, it was one of those where he did have to make a superhuman effort to get that. Speaking of superhuman efforts, man, Ryan Williams, Lord have mercy. That boy, that receiver for Alabama, I can't believe he was able to make that catch.
It was that Auburn that did that to us?
Yeah. I mean, that was the one catch he made that was like that Auburn,
and then it went to his hand.
That Auburn heartbreak. I'm talking about the last one though, that 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to catch that ball, do the toe tap on the sideline, spin around, and then get away from 3 defenders right there too. I mean, yeah, it was just.
And he still hasn't gone to the senior prom. It's amazing.
Hey, do you know he's only 17 years old? Did you hear that?
Only 17.
Hey,
17.
don't be messing with Winger. Don't be messing with Winger. That's my man, baby. But anyway, all right. Well, again, Georgia made an incredible effort coming back in that. Alabama, I'm sure, did not want to be able to or have to go another 5 minutes in that game, or certainly overtime would have been quite interesting if we got to that point. But anyway, got to be proud of the Dogs for what they did and how they were able to flip the script in the second half and almost pull off the unthinkable. Because, I mean, yeah, I did not believe for a minute. I've heard several people, some different podcasts or whatever, like they said, they would have bet in their car that they were not going to be able to come back and do that when you're down 28-0, then 30-7 at halftime. So
in Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. So anyway, want to talk about some of the other craziness from this past weekend?
No. Old Miss.
Old Miss.
Hey, you know what? Good thing I was smart enough to get off the lane train this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I thought
you're still undefeated.
Yeah, Kentucky's D line they're putting pressure on Jackson Dart, and could get comfortable back in the pocket was disrupted. The passing game. Before, he just didn't play. The caliber team that Kentucky is, but they could do what they want. But they held him like 240 yards passing. Trey Harris had 107 yards passing, so that was pretty much the only offense that they had. And Farkas was back there. They threw a 63-yard pass at the end of the game, and that was their longest play of the season. And then the court sets up a touchdown for the running quarterback, who fumbles on the 2, and the ball that gets fumbled goes into their tight end's hand, who's in the end zone.
Right.
And that puts them ahead.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ole Miss had a chance to tie it, but they missed a 48-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker in Oxford.
Yeah. He missed something bad. It looked like that Ohio State kick against us.
Oh, yeah. It was. It
wasn't a heartbreaker if you took Kentucky in the points.
Well, again, but I think it all.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Oh, I thought you did. No, I thought we were talking lock of the week.
No. He's not the. Right. We don't want to talk about that yet.
No, not lock of the week. No. The Dogs are my lock of the week.
Yeah. Kentucky covered.
I mean, I think that's another good point, though, is Kentucky is actually a pretty good team. I mean, especially on defense. I mean, offensively, I think they still got a lot of work to do. But that defense, I mean, they're for real. They had the blip against South Carolina, but I mean, again, showing what they did against Georgia, we couldn't. I mean, hell, we'd be able to figure out Alabama. We can't figure out Kentucky.
I like to see that because he always has a good team that has good interior linemen. But now you pop Jamin Johnson transfer, and you could tell in Ole Miss he was leading that defense.
Yeah,
and he puts people in place just like he did for us, and it's great to see him and Brock doing good things. I hope they go far, but not as far as us.
Well, settle down over there. But I guess the other big upset was unranked Arizona figured out a way to beat Utah.
Curse of the Beaver portal.
Curse of the Beaver. And Utah's got a bunch of beavers.
No, but they left us for dead.
Oh.
Serves them right.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was another one because that was one of the super popular picks to go ahead and pencil Utah in as the Big 12 champions.
Utah's good too.
Yeah,
that's surprising.
I think they'll be still in it, but
well, I mean that's the big thing.
Go out this week.
Yeah, I mean even with Georgia, with Utah, whatever. I mean that's the good thing. I mean I think Georgia even more so, but I mean one loss isn't going to kill you.
Well, the Big 12 is sham conference according to Bernie, right?
And the ACC. There's only two conferences.
Yeah,
it's like ACC Junior.
Yeah, ACC Light.
But yeah, so I mean, again, that was made their margin for error a little bit slimmer. But I mean, yeah, they're probably still the class.
While we're here, let me ask y'all. So I've been doing this weekly post on the national landscape and put my own poll, the playoff rankings.
Hey, hold on.
How many?
Where are you doing that?
On Bernie's blog.
Well, we haven't talked about that. We haven't even.
Is that our new sponsor?
It could be one of our new sponsors.
Golf blog? Well, I can see where all the sponsorship money's going. It's going to the studio, Bernie. It's not trickling down to us.
You get that ring light.
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to interrupt. Yes, you're.
But yeah. So, how many teams do you think the SEC get? Like right now, I've got Bama, Texas at 5, and then Bama at number 1, Texas at 5. I think I put Georgia at 7, and I put Tennessee right behind.
Yeah.
Ole Miss can sneak in there. Missouri can sneak in there.
Right.
I just don't see 5 though.
Did you say Tennessee?
Yeah, he said Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those. I mean, I think it'll be at least 4. I mean, unless something, crazy just happens toward the end of the year. But I mean, Missouri's been playing with fire the past few weeks. Hopefully this week off. Yeah, hopefully this week off's going to get them right a little bit, but they still got to play. They still got to go to. They got to play Alabama, I believe.
Right.
They got to travel up to UMass. What the hell is Drinkowitz thinking with that?
What the fuck are they doing?
They're going to go to UMass to play a game.
To UMass.
But,
why are they in the SEC?
I know. So I mean, again, their schedule still sets up for them to probably end the year with 1 loss. But anyway, I mean, yeah, it's just their strength of schedule is going to be tough.
That's going to hurt.
Right. So,
yeah.
But I mean, definitely 4, 5 on the outside. I mean, again, if Ole Miss can right the ship, and if it's when they play against, I mean, who else does Ole Miss have on the schedule? They got Georgia, obviously. One of the big teams they have.
I guess they got them going up to South Carolina this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
At South Carolina.
Like I say, you never know what Shane's going to have ready for them.
Yeah, but look what both teams did to Kentucky.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I just think if Georgia beats Tennessee and Ole Miss, 1 at home on the road, and even if we lose to Texas, you can't make an argument that we're out.
Right. I mean, Tennessee is going to be the big swing one. I mean, apparently, I don't know, unless Oklahoma's defense is really that good. It's one of those things, that Oklahoma-Tennessee game 2 weeks ago, that took Tennessee down a couple pegs, in my opinion. I mean, he does fine when people are running wide open, but if anything, I mean, he wasn't fitting things into tight spots. And their defense, I mean, if Oklahoma had anybody at that point who could throw a freaking pass to somebody, I think that Oklahoma had a chance to beat Tennessee. But I mean, again, Nico's dynamic, and they're a really good team to be scared of. But it's back to the Hendon Hooker thing to me. I mean, I think the defense is a little better than it was a couple years ago. But I'm not as right now.
I'm not taking it to the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
And for the record, I think we beat Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think we beat Ole Miss, and we beat Tennessee. So, but it's curious to me how people are thinking about these playoff rankings and where we end up. So I think
you can get
towards the ceiling.
Say that again, Bernie.
I think towards the ceiling for the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think they probably want it to be as well. I think they're going to do everything they can to make it that. Because, I mean, if there's much talk about the SEC bias and everything else, too, SEC and Big Ten bias, I mean, I think they're going to want to try to keep it so a little bit more even. But again, what other conferences are you going to get those? I mean, the Big Ten, you got Ohio State. Michigan's actually starting to play better now than they had been. Penn State still doing good. They don't have the big teams on their schedule this time. I mean, I don't think they have to play Michigan or Ohio State this time, so they got a really good shot of getting into the Big Ten championship. And then you still got Oregon. I mean, they keep squeaking by most teams. Some teams would be.
I think they're probably the best Big Ten team. I mean, maybe Ohio State said that, but Oregon has the record now. I mean, they have I was impressed with their way over Oregon State. Sorry.
I think Ohio State's going to kill Oregon.
Yeah.
And they're going to slay them and then wear their skin as a suit.
Wow. You went there, huh? When is that game? Is that, or just in the season, or they got a...
I'm just thinking ahead.
All right. Well, speaking of thinking ahead.
Sorry,
oh, wait. Boise State Wazoo. You want to talk about that game?
Yeah. We can talk about
it. No, it's okay.
It's fun. Let's go ahead. Let's go to the locks of the week. Then we'll start talking about the future.
All right, so locks of the week.
Not so.
I had the Dogs, so I moved to 2 and 3. Bama had Washington State plus 6.5.
Because somebody
close by 18.
I'm trying to give it to you guys.
So Nama's 2 and 3. Cord had Ohio State Buckeyes at minus 23.5. And who they beat, Cord?
They beat the Spartans. Michigan State.
He's playing 5-0.
I'm 5-0.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm undefeated.
It's
hey, why don't you guys just roll the dice? I mean, you guys are below 500.
I got a good one this week.
All right.
Are we going to talk about the Wazoo game?
No, we're gonna do. Are we gonna do picks of the week or?
No, that's the last question.
Okay.
I
just want to mention how Boise State crushed Washington State by 20 points. That was surprising. Their running back, Ashton Gentry, is averaging 211 yards a game. He's got 13 touchdowns for the season. He ran for 259 against Wazoo. I think they're ranked 21 as of last week. So they're the Kentucky of the West. And you know what? If they can beat the Beavers, they can go 11-1 this year. Then what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, I guess that's one of the things. What do you have as your group of 5 team right now, Bernie?
This week I put in Boise State.
There you go. See,
he's a Heisman front runner. I'm impressed with the way they play and keeping healthy. Yeah, I think they can make it in.
Yeah.
Pac-12 update.
Pac-12 update? Oh.
It's now a conference. We got Gonzaga. Did you know that?
I didn't know either.
Private Catholic Jesuit school out of Spokane, Washington.
Does Gonzaga have a football team?
They do, but it's a flag football.
It's girls?
No, it's boys. Well, it's co-ed. It's flag football.
Okay.
But we got basketball.
But they got basketball, and it's like you said, you just need to have enough teams in one sport to be a full
team. That or
West
University of Phoenix.
Online?
Right. They didn't specify. They needed to have brick and mortar.
But they got to field a team.
Wait, we play football in person?
It's an avatar. Yeah. So, fun fact is that the new Pac-12 had 3 basketball programs in the Elite 8 last year. Powerhouse.
I mean,
it's like, do we have a basketball team?
We got it. Our basketball team is up and coming.
It's a rebuilding
year. It usually does seem to be that way. I think who's our coach now? We still got the same coach? Okay, that's right. All right, so looking ahead to this week, we got Auburn coming to town for homecoming.
Homecoming.
Auburn's a popular pick for homecoming. They're going to be Missouri's homecoming in a couple of weeks too. So,
Good. I hope they get their ass kicked both ways.
yeah,
And I think Missouri.
man, I don't hate Missouri. Don't be like that,
They should be the SEC name.
man.
You want to this?
I know.
Didn't they win the SEC East like the first 2 years they were in it?
Shut up.
That's neither here nor there. But they do serve you drinks in a paint can. Might have to find that video and throw it in here just for an extra.
Right. Show notes.
Might be a little pain in there, but
No, hey, it wasn't. We're still here. That was, when was that? 2015, 2013? Anyway, it was a while back because
It was their first SEC game.
it was. We were there for it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I did. I was watching that Auburn game this weekend, and of course texted my brother Tim, of course, who went to Auburn, and my sister. Like, I don't need Auburn getting right before they come and play us. And little did I know that I sent that text. He gave up a touchdown, and they had a big 6 for a touchdown. I'm like, oh, my bad.
All right.
But I mean, again, Hugh Freeze.
You see all the Auburn students that left the stadium and then came running back.
yeah, I saw.
And then came out all dejected.
Oh man, I mean, that
I love it.
I did. I thought they were looking. I thought they actually were looking decent. I mean, they were looking like they tried to figure something out. And brought Thorne back in as quarterback, but Auburn. So hopefully they'll do that again this week. And
They're going to run the buzzsaw. I think they're going to just beat them down.
I think we want to take it out on somebody. I mean, I'm hoping Georgia's going to have a chip on their shoulder they're going to carry with them for the rest of the season.
They should, and that a lot of those losses early in the season really actually benefit the team.
Yeah. And I think they're a team that we can make one-dimensional and shut down their. They don't have much of a running game anyway, but we can shut that down and put all the pressure on the quarterback, whoever they put out there.
Yeah.
And,
They put the ball in harm's way.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, hopefully that's going to be an easy one. Who the Beavers got this weekend?
Colorado State, 11-point game at home. That should be a done deal, but I don't bet on the Beavers.
Wait a minute. We won't talk any more about that. So, all right. Well, hopefully it's going to be easy games for Georgia and Oregon State this weekend, and so may as well go into our hopeful locks of the week for Bernie and I, and I guess Cord's real lock of the week. I guess you want to be smart, bet against Bernie and I, but anyway.
Yes.
This
We're
is
done.
easy. I mean, do I need to dumb it down or something? This is embarrassing.
Hey, man, just keep going. I'll actually have to start listening to you.
Yeah. I'm going to start putting my picks out.
Oh, my goodness.
You can subscribe. Just hit the red button and subscribe.
All right. So, go ahead.
Was it my turn?
Well,
Yeah.
Do you actually have it, or are we going to go through a
Oh,
litany
no,
of
I got it.
10 picks before you?
But, I kind of want to sweeten the pot here. Man, I know Michigan State and Oregon, minus 23.5. Johnson Smith goes back to Oregon, and Lanning, I think, is going to just crush him. He should. But that's not my pick.
Here we go.
Every week.
No, this is it. UT at Arkansas plus 14. Tennessee had the week off, and
Minus 14.
yeah, Arkansas is plus 14.
Okay.
I'm taking UT.
Okay, just making sure you said it plus 14. I want to be clear.
Well, that's because I had it. All right, so that's my lock of the week is Tennessee
Minus 14.
minus 14 at Arkansas.
All right, now who you got?
Oh man, looking at all this, I mean, again, going to that sham of a conference with the ACC, I'm thinking Clemson is again Clemson getting FSU. I mean, again, FSU that is just.
They won last week.
Who did they beat? It don't matter. But I mean, no.
Was it Cal?
I thought SMU beat them.
Yeah. No, Cal lost 14.
It's Cal.
And then game day's going there this week. To Cal. Anyway, I'm still taking
fans. I don't know why.
I'm still going to take Clemson minus 14.5 against Florida State. I mean, again, since they played Georgia, Clemson seems to have found another gear, and I think they're going to go into Doak Campbell and make all those Seminoles cry even harder, thinking back about to last season and wistfully, and want to know if that's ever going to happen for them again. How about you, Bert?
Manley, you're a wise man. The first one I locked was South Carolina getting 9.5. But Mississippi lost last week. So there could be some fine tuning there, link in the world. So I too am going to go Clemson minus 14.5. And the Sham Conference in Tallahassee.
Yeah, that surprises me about South Carolina getting 9.5 on Ole Miss. I mean, based on what both teams did to Kentucky, SC did it at Kentucky. That's going to be loud there at Williams-Brice.
That's a hot place too.
Lane's going to have them ready, but I think it's all going to be in the trenches as far as how that game's going to go. Doesn't South Carolina have some stud edges?
I mean, again, if they don't commit a couple of penalties, I mean, they'd beat LSU. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't touch that game.
No, I mean, South Carolina. I mean, especially at home, I think they've been playing well. And
I think that's a 3-point.
Shane Beamer, I don't know. He's just looking for an opportunity against somebody like Kiffin to be able to puff out his chest again, talk about how good that South Carolina program is and how they should be getting more recognition than they do. So the press conference, the press conference with both of those guys will be great. So, but anyway, all right. Well,
30 minutes.
All right, we're at our time. We're at our time right now.
One listener on audio told me that they can only do 30 minutes because they listen at the gym on the treadmill, and after 30 minutes, he starts to chafe.
You're talking about yourself, right?
Well, no.
Well, where do the anti-chafing?
They make stuff of that. But anyway, well, if you've hung in this long, we thank you very much. We will
was not expecting this ending.
Well,
we're done. Sorry,
we're done. I mean, again, I'm surprised. I mean,
the chafing is starting.
Again, thank you for hanging with us for this long if you have, and hopefully, chafing or not,
thanks,
Mike. Will listen to us next week. So, anyway, till next time, go Dogs.
Rocky Top.
Go Dogs.